Okay, so Chris and I have to go out of town last minute, and I happened to contact a location to investigate while we're out there. They had room for us. I'm so excited. Yay, we're going to the Ferry Plantation in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We're going to have a guest come along with us, actually a dear, close, personal friend of mine and Chris's named Amanda. The Ferry Plantation is amazing. There's 11 residents there. Resident spirits, if you will. The pictures, all the evidence I found online, it's just absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to get there. It's gonna be a little bit of a drive, but I cannot wait to get there.
On the next episode of Oddity Files.
Something just moved in that other room, I swear. Somebody around this corner. I saw a little something duck their head out. That sounded like a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, make the sound again. Oh, it's upstairs. They're creeping.
This is the parlor. Originally, there were double doors here that would open. So if you came up by the ferry boat, you could come into the parlor, enjoy some music and some refreshments after your long journey. And this is the room that people would be received. And then this would also be the room in which, if someone died in the house, since it's the largest room, you would keep the body on a table for 3 days to watch the body to make sure that there were no signs of life. So the wake would be held in the parlor as well.
Is there any activity that's been reported in here?
Like I said, we do the Stroll of Lost Souls at Halloween every year. And basically in this room, we tell the history of the seance because it became popular in 1830, the same year this house was built. So we're at the table, we're kind of doing this mock seance thing just for the public. And the table itself just did a complete quarter turn in front of 20 people standing around the room. Wow. And my two friends got up and ran. One of them was physically ill on the way to the parking lot.
Oh my goodness.
They've never been back. This is Stella's room.
And she picked a bunch of mushrooms, and somewhere in those mushrooms was a toadstool. And she ate them. And she got sick. She crawled up here and went into a coma. Her son found her. A 12-year-old little boy finds his mother passed out. And there's trauma right there. She died on October the 11th, 1912. So her husband sends a telegram to the sister. Those are the two pictures right there.
Stella and Cora.
Stella's the one on the right. And the sister comes from Calcutta to take care of the kids. About a year and a couple months later, on Stella and Charles's wedding anniversary, Cora and Charles get married.
The EVPs picked up our sister is here.
Yes. I think her sister is in the house, yeah. And
I think she was a little snarky.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
think
blame her.
This is a wedding dress that had actually, the house had been in a fire. You can see some of the scorches from
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So we've cleaned it. It was donated to us. Beautiful wedding dress.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, a lot of these
1870.
antiques have come back to the house.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. Here's some pictures of the house as it progressed. When the last family sold the land, they donated the house to the city of Virginia Beach. But it's maintained by the Friends of the Ferry Plantation House, and we're a nonprofit.
And then we need donations called in.
Yes. This is the room that Ruth and I slept in, and there is a picture on our Facebook page that someone took.
And what is the Facebook page?
Of Ferry
It's
Plantation
Ferry
House.
Plantation House.
Okay.
And there's an image of, I think it looks like a soldier in this window. Well, of course, we had no idea that anyone had taken this picture because we
Right.
didn't find out till the following day. But all night we kept hearing the banging on the windows, but it was during the storm. So we thought for
Okay.
sure that the shutter guards were loose and it was the shutters hitting
Yeah.
the window.
Right.
But I
Wow.
checked the next day,
And
the
it was
shutter guards are
winter.
in place.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
They
these
open.
little cubby doors kept opening, and we'd come in and we'd shut them, and we'd come back in and they're open again. Let's go up to the third floor. Please hold the handle here. These are the stairs that allegedly.
That's where she's, yeah.
Allegedly, the nanny was pushed down or fell down. So this is the nanny's room. She would stay up here and
Holy
be
moly.
in charge of minding all the children who would stay in the nursery till age 12. And that's just the room across the hall. We'll take a look at that. If the children lived past the age of 12, then they were allowed to move downstairs into one of the bedrooms.
Right.
Yeah, that thing, a little creepy over there. Not gonna lie.
Nanny. She's watching you.
With her little Mary Poppins hat on.
But we had a young girl, and it was her first time volunteering here, and it was the first time we did the Halloween thing, so maybe about 4 years ago. She was in this room talking about the nanny, and we all wear the dresses with the long skirts. And she had a group around her, and her skirt lifted up like a kid had lifted it and was pulling on it, but there was no one there. She thought it was someone behind her doing it. But all these people witnessed it, and the poor girl, it was her first time ever being here. So let's check out the last room on this side. So this is the nursery. This is where the children would stay. So if they didn't succumb to disease or injury, then they would eventually get a bedroom downstairs.
So they just didn't get too attached to him until they were 12 years old is kind of the vibe
Correct.
I'm getting.
Yes. And,
Wow!
and actually the way that, bathing wasn't very frequent or common, but the way that it would go is the father would bathe first, and then any adult males in the house that helped, then the mother, the older daughters, and the last one to bathe would be the baby. That's why they say don't throw the baby out with the bath water. She would be the last one in the tub.
Wow. Myself being a mother, I don't understand that. I don't know.
Well,
It's a whole new world now, though.
When you're in this room, I've never heard, felt, seen anything. And I'm in here more than.
Yeah, Rick
Anywhere
does all of
else.
our IT stuff.
Well,
so.
all this stuff probably scares the crap out of them.
But all these independent mediums tell us the same stories. That there's a slave named Henry, there's a little boy named Eric, there's Mary
I
and
heard
Margaret. Lizzie.
Lizzie, that's the one that I was looking at. Elizabeth McIntosh.
Okay.
Died at the age of 5.
All right, well, we'll go to the creepier side of the house.
Oh, awesome sauce. You got here just in time,
That's
Amanda. Hold
That's
on.
why we love the history of it. It opens up so much more for the paranormal too.
It was an original outbuilding to the plantation that preceded this house. And it was the out kitchen. And after the manor house burned down, it was actually used as a courthouse. So
Okay.
this level and the second level, and if you had to come to the court, you would bring your dough, and you would put it in here, and you would bake your bread, because you may be here for several days, and so you would just have bread and water. This closet has growled before, and I've opened it. It's kind of freaky.
Did you just? Oh, it's the floorboards.
Honestly, I've been hearing stuff
Okay.
behind us since we were up in the nanny's room. When I was standing in the doorway of the computer room, I could hear stuff in the hallway behind me. And I kept seeing if it was me moving, but I'm like, no, that's not.
And I think a lot of people have reported seeing the kids. So maybe,
I'm all about the Cape Ghosts. I love the Cape Ghosts.
well, maybe the kids
Yeah,
aren't
they do.
so trying to hide. They
Yeah.
want to be
Right.
seen,
Yeah.
just like regular kids.
They want attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that.
So, the slaves' quarters for the slaves that lived inside the house are upstairs from here. So, do you want to brave that?
You want me to
It's
go first?
quite tight up there, so yeah, I'll let you all go on up. And allegedly, we have the spirit of a slave named Henry. He's told
Wow,
us
holy
before
moly.
that he's going fishing.
I'm going to show off these stairs real quick because wow.
Yeah, they're original. There's actually people in the houses surrounding that have had their lawn furniture moved time and time again, and we think it's the path of Henry going to the waterway to go fishing, and he moves their lawn chairs because they're in his way. And we had the Edgar Casey folks come out one day, and we had a friend filming. He was a cameraman for PBS, and they came up here, and the one girl, she was like, you know, I can feel the spirits up here, and they're really trying to get out. And then she starts shining the flashlight, and she's like, look, you can see their fingerprints. And she kept shining to all these different places where there's handprints on the boards. And
Yeah.
we actually looked back at pictures from the 90s, and they're not there.
Huh.
What?
Because we were trying to figure out, maybe it was some oil they
Have
had.
they been stained since then?
No, we've done nothing to it. But yeah, you can see the handprints. It was almost as though they appeared when she told us that. And we've been in this house a million times. I always have to haul stuff up here for my mother, which I hate doing because it's creepy. But, you know, I never noticed them ever. And
Oh, they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, the more I look at it, it's like, oh, there's more.
I think they do become more. Because they just want their story told. They don't want to be forgotten.
Yeah. It's alleged that the spirit of Mary and Margaret are in these 2 rooms. Yeah, it says Margaret Marshall Roberts Baker, wife of Hillary Baker, that doesn't make sense. Mother of Mary Louise Baker Walk, wife of Reverend Lewis Walk, grandmother of Elizabeth Louisa Walk. Yeah, we've heard Elizabeth, Mary, and Margaret are a few of the names in these 2 rooms that we've been told. Allegedly, a woman sits in front of the fireplace in the next room with the fire screen in front of her face, in her rocking chair doing her knitting. And women would have used the fire screen because you didn't want your cheeks to become rosy. You wanted them nice and porcelain white, and they would actually use arsenic powder on their faces to ensure that they would be as white as they could possibly be.
That just doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, and that's why the first wife of, which Anthony Walk was it, but their picture was right around the corner. Jane Randolph died an early death because she was pretty vain, and she did the arsenic thing
A little too often.
a little too much.
Before we leave this side, the pianoforte that's in here, was told to us, was actually played by Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, very cool.
And him and Lafayette, they were buddies, and they would hang out in Williamsburg in the bars and play the piano and the violin. And we went to a farm and actually saved this piece out of somebody's barn. They
Really?
didn't want it, so we moved it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
This mannequin creeps me out.
We used to have one of those lamps over where she stands, and another time when we were doing our Halloween thing, it slanted about 45 degrees and then straightened
Oh, wow.
itself. And we tried to redo it with the floorboards and see if, but it would have fallen and crashed.
We started the evening setting up static cameras in the parlor, the stairs to the slaves' quarters, outside the nanny's room, and in Stella's room. We also put an audio recorder between the nanny's room and the nursery, and motion sensors outside the slaves' quarters and the nanny's room. At just over 3 minutes after we put the audio recorder outside the nanny's room, it picked up a child's disembodied voice saying what we think is "Here we go." And I feel this was the precursor to the excellent evidence we would get this night at Ferry Plantation.
Yeah.
We started the evening's investigations by splitting up. Chris and our friend Amanda headed up to the slaves' quarters. I, by myself, headed up to the nanny's room.
All right, we are in the old slaves' quarters. And the millimeter right now, I think, is reading 0 and 55 degrees. So.
Back. I saw your handprints earlier. Is there anybody in here still?
I don't know if that's me making that noise.
Fine. Is that you? Are you up there?
There's lots of stuff in the top of this attic too. You can move it a little bit and make noise. Preferably not knock it down on any of us. So.
Are you messing with the pipes maybe? Can you do something a little more in this room?
If you're here, you got to kind of do something definitive so we know. And so she can see it and I can see it, and
Or just hear it.
the only thing you do here really helps the new owners to make the place nicer and keep people here, and you know, more people know about you being here would really help them to be able to take care of this place so it stays like it is, and it's nice for everyone to come here. So you know, whatever you can do for us to help that out, that'd be great.
What I want to do is come in here and talk to the nanny. But I heard that you took a fall down the stairs and it hurt you really bad. If there's any kids up here, or if there's a nanny up here that wants to come play with me, I'm Kitsie, by the way. I'm a mom. I have kids that are awesome. I bet you guys would really like them. Can you tell me how old you are? I did receive an answer on my digital recorder. Not quite the answer I was looking for, but at least they're interacting. Can you tell me what you're doing here? Do you like to play games? At that moment, my recorder captured another EVP. This time, it was a little more on target. How many of you are up here? You can take some of my energy if you need it. Can you make a noise or move something? How about a book on the shelf here? Are you playing on the stairs right now? Was I hearing movement on the stairs? Or was I hearing remnants of this chilling EVP that was captured on the recorder with me? I have all kinds of fun stuff I'm going to let you play with. I know you're here. Hearing movement on the stairs, I think. I just want to play with you, ask you some questions. Not really much going on in here right now. We'll have to check the EVPs later. Hopefully we got something. I'm going to go see what Chris and Amanda are up to. We regrouped and decided to do a group session. We started off in Stella's room, went on to the gift shop where the soldier has been seen, and then headed up to the nanny's quarters.
Stella Barnett's room. Stella, I'm Kitsie. We've got Amanda and this is Chris.
Hi, Stella.
We were totally shocked to find out the orb activity that was going on in this room during our spirit box session. It happened pretty much the rest of the night, but we're going to show you some of the highlights of while we were in the area.
This will let us understand what you're trying to tell us.
If there's somebody here other than Stella, please feel free to let us know.
Iowa?
Did someone say Iowa?
Iowa?
Did someone say Iowa?
Stella, how happy were you when your husband married your sister? Stella, how happy were you when your husband married your sister?
What's your name? Don't be afraid of the loud noises.
We're not here to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. We just want to learn about you.
Right before this barrage of names we receive on the spirit box, you'll notice this orb swoop in from the hallway and shoot straight down to where the spirit box is. Amazing.
David, are you here with us now?
David, how old are you?
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Was this the nanny telling us to pay attention to Joseph? I think the swooping orb tells it all.
How old are you?
Like in a whiny kid voice. Eric, did you fall out of a window, honey?
How old are you?
Like in a whiny kid voice. Eric, did you fall out of a window, honey?
Hearing the little boy's voice, I instantly thought of Eric, who I was told earlier supposedly fell or was pushed out a low window in the conference room, which is right next to Stella's room. I really think it's him.
What was that?
I think my suspicions were just confirmed. I think it was Eric, and I think it was the nanny earlier, and now she wants him to come back. Who made Eric leave?
Eric, why don't you come in here and sit down and play? I'm going to ask you fun questions.
We got no further responses in Stella's room, so we decided to move on to the gift shop, where the soldier has been known to hang out. All that's running right now is the static cams and the recorder outside the nanny's room, and we catch this voice. You hear this child's voice and see this self-illuminated orb go across our camera. right. You just heard me get my first personal experience. I got tapped on the shoulder so hard, I literally thought somebody was standing behind me.
They say that there's often I think a soldier scene up here.
A soldier? I'm a soldier.
And they've also said that these little doors up on the walls will move around and wiggle. The shutters have been known to wiggle in here. This is also where they think they got a photo in the window.
Oh, this is the room?
Yeah. Hear it?
Did one of you guys just whack me on my shoulder when I was in here just a few minutes ago? I'm fine with it. I'd just like to know it was you.
If the soldier's in here, did you know that I'm a soldier too? Probably hard for you to believe since I'm a female.
Oh, I'm sure. What was that?
Is that you keep making those noises?
I think that's the ladies downstairs. Something's moving in that other room.
That's upstairs.
Yeah.
Is that you? Can you do something in this room?
Is that you walking in the hallway out there? Come on in. We're not here to hurt you.
Unfortunately, we need something a little more definitive than that.
Yeah, make a
So you
knocking
have to-
sound like this.
Knock or open the door. Stomp on the floor.
Come play with Amanda's hair.
Amanda does not
Yeah.
seem happy about it.
She's like, sure, whatever.
Sure. If that's what makes you feel comfortable.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. Chris, this guy right here, he's not real sure he believes in spirits. I would love for you guys to make him a believer right now. Come take some of his energy. Play with his hair.
Lots of little things to make noises with.
All kinds of stuff you can move around.
Doors to open, little doors up there, big door there.
Teacups you can clank. That's tapping on the window.
That's dead silent. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, something just moved in that other room, I swear.
That's that same sound we're hearing.
No, that was a clink.
but why does it completely stop?
Almost sounds like an animal scratching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can have spirits.
Can you make that sound a little closer to us? Did you catch it?
Yeah.
We didn't until review. Check out this. It's some of the most compelling evidence I've ever been a part of.
Can you make that sound a little closer to us?
We're not sure what it is. It looks like a glowing ball of light. It's not an airplane. We're on the second story, looking up. It's not a car. We just don't know what it is. It's definitely an oddity file. I have had several people review this footage, and one thing everybody comes up with is they have no idea what this is.
Gotta be pipes or something.
No. Can you make the sound again? Oh, it's like goddamn stairs. They're creaking.
Mm-hmm. Come on in. Don't be afraid.
We're more afraid of you than you are of us.
Totally. You just saw me run in here like a big baby.
Okay, come on in.
We can move out into the hallway if you want us to.
Let's totally do that.
Let's totally do that. Not just do that. Let's
We're totally doing it. Okay.
So, Lady in White, is that you making noise on the stairs here? Am I sitting right where you fell when you died? Can you tell me what happened when you died? Everybody's saying maybe you were pushed, maybe you tripped over your gown. It's this. It must be the wind. It's right behind me right now. That's clicking sound. Oh no, that's sturdy as hell.
Yeah, it is.
If you kids want to come down and play, you can. You don't have to stay up there right now.
Can I just observe that there's no creaking right now?
No, there's not. The activity severely quieted down once we got into the hallway. We weren't ready to give up yet. Let's get this going again. Temperature is dropping.
I was gonna say, I feel cold.
Yeah. I honestly think
It's not just that. There's no way that that would continue to change the temperature like that.
How fast is it dropping?
I mean,
like a degree every couple seconds.
What's it down to?
58.9. It almost feels like there's a breeze coming from this door, but there's not.
You're 100% correct. It does. Because like this side of my body is getting much colder. Are you here?
I don't hear any of those noises that we heard when we were in the other room.
See? Isn't that weird?
All right, let's mark that we were in one room, walked straight into the other one. The noises did stop, so if you hear them in the voice recorder, I mean, you know that we did go from one straight to the other.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know if you stopped the recording from there to here or not.
No. Oh, did you? Okay.
Do you want us to come upstairs? One knock will mean yes, and two will mean no, that you don't want us to come upstairs. So one for yes, like that, and two for no, like that. Do you want us to come up?
Did you hear that?
I did hear a knock. The second little noise was my shoe, but I did.
No.
It was
Heard a
one
knock.
knock. Let's go. So we headed back upstairs to the nanny's room. Little thing I might have forgot to mention is there's all kinds of technical difficulties that happen at Ferry Plantation. Well, we were guilty of that this evening as our camera recorded, then stopped on its own, then recorded again on its own, and then stopped again on its own. We're not the first paranormal group to have this happen to them, but it's the first time for us. Really, it wasn't Kitsie error.
kinds of fun stuff in here for you.
All kinds of. We've got this green light right here. You can touch that and make it light up like a rainbow. It's the orange light. You touch that. It'll give us all kinds of number readings. And then this is my favorite. This is a spirit box. This is just for you. This is your way to talk to us. That doll in front of that window freaks me out. Is the nanny up here? Who is up here? Kids? Really? I'm Kitsie, this is Amanda, and then Chris has the camera over there. You know our names. Can you tell us yours, please?
How old are you?
Did you say you were 9?
Are you 9 years old? I heard a child's voice, I just didn't know what it said. Are you a little girl or a little boy?
What's your name?
What is it? Patrick, maybe, yeah.
Patrick, are you here?
I'm not quite understanding what you're telling us. Are you 9?
How many people are with us?
5.
There are 5 people with us? Who wants to play a game?
I'll turn off the loud noise if you tell me your name right now.
And that's when the camera went out the first time. It was out for about 10 minutes. About halfway through, Chris decided to go downstairs and check the static cams. Amanda and I messed with the spirit box a little bit longer with no real results. We decided to take the speaker out of the spirit box. Things started to pick up a little bit. We even got this orb down in Stella's room. Are they back out to play?
I'm gonna do this because it's killing me.
It's a little loud, huh? Is that better?
Is that better? Oh, I heard better and then I heard yes. Like a whisper yes.
Was that you?
Better.
Yeah, we think
Hello.
it's better too.
Yeah, much better. Better, yes.
They repeat us.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want us to stay? If you want us to stay, we need to know that too.
had $1 for every time I heard my kids say that. I think somebody's getting a little cranky. Come on, guys, give us a sign. That sounds like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, somebody's up past their bedtime. Little cranky? Yeah, I think it's time for Amanda and I to move on. Amanda and I headed up to the slaves' quarters and ran a spirit box session. We had no definitive results.
There's like a whispering going on there that keeps going, and I
Can't hear it.
Right before we left, Ruth and Danielle offered us some dowsing rods, so the team decided to kick it old school.
With these guys. Okay. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Welcome back.
Can you do that again? Almost. Keep pushing.
Do you continue? You want to continue to play? Make them move again. Can you do that?
It's the first time my face has actually been warm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
I said I was.
Now you're cold.
The temperature keeps sitting at 66.6.
What?
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
It's been 66.6 for a while. Shifts a little bit, but it seems to go back to a lot.
I don't think that's the sign of the devil. I think it's just 66.6 degrees. Okay, one last ditch effort. We'll go into this room next to it, and then we'll go. If I can find all my stuff. Like my flashlight. There it is. I told you, like I said, I'm the most ADD ghost hunter on the face of the planet. And I think we've been in every room.
Yeah. Okay, we're going into the next room.
Somebody around this corner. I saw a little something duck their head out. I swear. What was
I
that?
heard something.
In the other room?
Yeah, and this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thump?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me too.
I heard the floor crack where I was standing.
No, it was in the other room.
Dude.
What?
They're by them. You're not supposed to mess with them when they're both away.
11 spirits in this house. We've got Eric. We've got Henry. We've got the nanny. A couple little girls. Show us that you're here with us right now. I swear when we walked in this room, I saw a little girl. Well, I don't know if it was a girl or not, but short, curly hair, bob its head over.
Did you get it on tape?
No,
Then
so it didn't happen. I know. I went over this footage over and over and over again, trying to find some sign of this little girl, but I think I found it. You can actually see her manifesting. When I look at this, I saw exactly what I saw peeking around the corner. She's got long, curly, dark hair, a white gown, and just beautiful features. What?
One on the right. Just move to the right.
Oh yeah, it did. I can't tell from this angle. I can see it with my eyes.
Is that you? Push it a little bit more. There it goes. There you go. There you go. That's perfect. Push them back together.
No other way.
Apparently. Holy cow.
What?
It flicked it and it just sent like.
Do it again.
Can you hit the rod again? Or move it a little bit more for me? I'm sorry I got scared. Okay, done. You done?
Okie dokie. Just wow. Ferry Plantation was everything I'd hoped it would be and more. I mean, I saw my first apparition. I had my first personal experience. The EVPs were phenomenal. The Ferry Plantation house has a story, and the spirits can't wait to tell it. I personally cannot wait to get back to Ferry Plantation house. You guys should definitely check it out as well. But let's consider this oddity file closed for now.